5:15 right now. As Russia continues its invasion of Ukraine, American businesses and politicians have been taking aim at Russian pocketbooks in an effort to do their part.
And in an effort to show support for Ukraine, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin recently urged the Virginia Retirement System Board of Trustees to divest, basically get rid of, any Russian assets the pension fund has in its portfolio. So, is that possible? Abby Larico joins us this morning to verify. Good morning, Abby.
Hey guys, good morning. So of course the big question is, how does this impact my pension plan? Well, not much. So to dive into this, we asked, does the VRS Trust Fund have any Russian investments? And if so, could they be sold?
Our sources are Jean Chenault with the Virginia Retirement System and Keith Brainerd, the research director with the National Association of State Retirement Administrators. Chenault says yes, the fund is made up in part by Russian assets, but it's a very small part, 0.1%. According to the most recent performance report, the VRS Trust Fund is valued at $107.2 billion. Our experts agree the $107 million of Russian money is a, quote, minimal amount of the total.
0.1% of the portfolio could reasonably considered a negligible portion of the portfolio, perhaps even immaterial.
He says the money in pension funds belongs to the people who put it there. They are not public or taxpayer dollars. The VRS Board of Trustees manages the money, and it's up to the trustees to decide what's traded, bought, or sold. Brainerd says they're legally and morally obligated to make decisions based on the best interest of the participants, not on any outside factors. He says most Russian-based assets are held in larger index funds, and fund managers would not sell an index fund to just get rid of the small Russian portion. That's because doing so might negatively impact the entire portfolio.
It's important that the retirement system trustees keep their eye on the prize, on the big portfolio, and not allow such a small portion of the portfolio to drive decisions that could affect the bulk of the portfolio.
And he says even if the trustees decided it was best to sell them, it would be almost impossible to do so. The Russian market is closed and trade restrictions and sanctions are in place.
So we can verify, yes, the Virginia Retirement System Pension Trust Fund has some Russian assets, but selling them is easier said than done. And because Russian money makes up so little, even the value of Russian money dropping shouldn't have a big impact on your retirement funding. Allison, Tony?